priestly spend addiction, sexsomnia, and salt shakers of death on today's episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes! Welcome, everybody, to 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we take 3 stories from the news, write 3 jokes about each story, and decide who's written the funniest jokes. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
My name is Ricardo Leon.
I am Bob Timmons.
And I'm Carly Kastner.
That's it.
And no one else is here today.
No one else. We had like 19 people on the show a couple weeks ago, and we were like, that was too many people. Let's
cut
consolidate.
it in half.
Let's cut it in half. So we're going to introduce the next 14 people.
So unfortunately, Vanessa, our producer, and Amanda, our regular judge, couldn't be here today. So I am actually telling jokes today. Which camera am I supposed to be looking at?
The middle one.
The one with the duck on it? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean the one with that big elephant in a tutu?
I was wondering what the elephant in the room was. I'm going to be telling jokes today, and Jeremy is actually going to be judging and reading the story. So we're mixing it up. We're tightening up, mixing it up, doing all the ups.
Pared down version. If you're joining us on YouTube, no camera cuts, no close-ups.
The grand, amazing, high-quality editing that you see on our normal episodes.
We know you love the cuts.
We know you love the cuts. And I'm
deep cut.
sorry the cuts are not...
Star wipes, transitions.
Star wipes. Yeah, listen, if you're watching the beginning of the YouTube video and you're just like, when are they going to cut to a close-up shot?
Oh, yeah, star wipes. Reminds me, I got to buy toilet paper on the way home.
Wipe your star.
Oh my God, listen. So on my way here today.
This better not be about wiping.
It's not about stars or wiping. I don't know why I thought of this, but on my way here today, I'm like actually legitimately worried that the birds are starting to become aware of us and be
the birds are becoming aware of us.
They're either suicidal or they're plotting something. I had 4 different occurrences where a bird tried to kill himself with my car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Tried to unalive himself?
Yeah, the first time was a quail.
Yeah, we're not going to get any promoters if you say that kind of word on our show.
They tried to destroy their living
arrangement
status.
They tried to change their cellular structure
from solid to flat.
Bird nest.
So basically, for those who don't live in Arizona, we have kind of like a quail problem here. Quails are birds, and they don't really fly. They kind of run.
Yeah.
And their babies always trail behind them. So I had a quail cross the road out of nowhere. The guy came out of nowhere.
Why did the quail cross the road?
to unalive himself.
To get to the other side. Get it?
Get it!
1, 2, 3 jokes. I'm Ricardo Leon.
I'm Carly Kastner. Thank you so much
I'm
for
Jeremy
watching.
Martinez.
Yeah.
And no cuts.
And then a pigeon flew into my window. He came out of nowhere. And then it happened 2 more times with other birds. I don't recognize
An ostrich.
An emu.
That did happen to me once on the freeway. Bird just flew right into my windshield as I was going highway speed. And I looked in my rearview mirror and I see it fall down to the ground.
Oh, God. No, it's horrible. And I tried to slam on my brakes, but I wasn't fast enough.
Well, sure.
I think in those situations, the bird is already kind of on its way dying. And so it couldn't,
Sure.
Why am I on the freeway?
Bucket list. Free bird. Gosh, Carly, you've already started with 2 points.
Oh, my God.
Free bird.
Well, now that I'm on a roll, should we just get into round 1?
Do you want? Catholic priest spent $40,000 of church money on Candy Crush and other slot machine apps. Lawrence Kozak, a former pastor at St. Thomas More Parish in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Poppin' Peas, spent over $214,000 on his Apple ID. Just under $44,000 of that was charged to a credit card associated with the parish, according to a criminal complaint. The charges were for in-app purchases for Mario Kart, Candy Crush, and Pokemon Go. Some slot machine apps were also named at the complaint, like Cash Frenzy, Willy Wonka Vegas Casino Slots, and Wizard of Oz slot machine games, which do not award real money for wins in the game, but they do allow you to spend real-world money to play. An interview with the investigating detective. In an interview, Kozak reportedly described spending money on his slot apps not as gambling, but rather as, quote, powering up.
All right. Well, Carly Kastner, would you like to go first around?
Yeah, I'll go first.
First or last in this round is what I meant.
I'll go first. And the Lord said, let there be one of those multicolored candy bombs, because fuck this level, am I right?
Oh, he's playing slots. That must be why at confession he said I needed to say 3 hail cherries to break even.
You need to say 777. Hail cherries.
No, these apps don't give you out real money, though the money you put into the app is real. As the Lord intended, you folks pay your tithe and get nothing real in return. Just what I don't know, I misspelled something here.
You'll never make it as a priest in this town.
Something about sub pigs are into.
What? Okay. You'll give it a fair shake.
You folks pay your tithe and get nothing real in return. I just thought that's what you sub pigs were into.
Why do you keep saying subs? You said that in a couple episodes ago.
Submissive.
Oh, well, when I asked, you told me to Google it, but I didn't want to. Okay. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in purchasing extra credits shall not perish, but have eternal life. Candiest Crush, level 416.
Candy's Crush.
Looking at this list of charges, I gotta say, it's a nice change of pace from the usual charges that are brought forth against the church, so consider that a win.
We sacrifice that money so the Candy Crush God won't Candy Crush us.
If the Lord delights in us, he will bring us into a land that flows with milk and honey. 'Cause I'm about to milk this congregation for all they're worth, and honey, don't talk to me while I'm playing my slots.
The sassy priest. Okay.
Hallelujah. I thought converting to Catholicism was all I needed, but apparently there's a lot of in-app purchases.
All right.
Oh, that's going to do it for
Oh, Jesus.
No, we've heard enough, Rick.
Yeah, Jesus.
I was saying my joke and you interrupted it.
Yeah, Jesus.
Listen.
Anyone have any more jokes?
All right.
I actually have an extra one.
All right. You will be absolved of your sins. Give me 3 Hail Marys. And just one other fucking cherry. Oh!
Oh, no, so close. One more cherry.
All right, Jeremiah Martinez, our judge for today. What did you think?
All right. Well, I'll keep with the scoring system that's been in place for a little while. Maximum 3s, I'll give a bonus point to the best joke of the round.
That's the name of the podcast, Maximum 3s. We should just change it. Change the name of the podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to Maximum 3s.
3s!
Maximum.
All right, let's start with Carly. She opened the round with Let There Be Candy Bombs. Excuse me. Let There Be Candy Bombs. And a candy bomb of a joke that was. Am I right?
It bombed?
No, it didn't.
Could you hand me a pen and paper so I can...
you can judge my judging?
We'll just do it.
All right. That was okay. You get a 2 for that one.
Okay.
The Candiest Crush verse 416. Was it 416?
Yeah.
It would have been a 2, but you got to do a 1 because that's John 3:16.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Do your own research.
Were you trying to go for 316? Or you just picked
picked a number. It sounded like biblical to me, and I'm Jewish, so I've never read the Bible. And
I'm Jewish.
For
I've never
God
read the
so loved the
Bible.
world. 3:16.
Sold the world?
For God sold the world.
You're really going to reduce a point because Candia's crush wasn't 316 instead of 416?
Yeah, I am going to do that.
Oh, fucking Amanda! I miss you.
Amanda, what's great about you is you're not a petty little dweeb.
Amanda, you're not a sub pig, whatever that is.
One.
And then that sassy priest, I did like that. And we punched that up too a little bit, but it was really good.
Well, it wasn't realistic because priests don't usually talk like that, okay?
Well, you're lucky we punched it up.
All right, so you end that round with a 6, but you got 2 points pre-round.
You only gave me 1 point for Candia's crush 416.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
But you got 2 points previous to that. Can
Oh,
I get a
okay.
thank you?
Can I get a thing?
Can I get a thank you?
Can I get a thank you?
Thank you.
Give me that gratitude.
All right, so you end the round with 8 points.
Okay.
Bob, you had the 3 hail cherries is a 3 plus a 1 for the best joke of the round.
What's all this math?
I know numbers are so stupid, right? What am I even doing with my life?
Okay.
Not the usual charges the church is used to getting. Very good joke. I'm going to give that a 3. And the in-app purchases was okay. That's going to be a 2.
3.
That's going to be a 2. So you end the round with 9 points. What the fuck am I doing here?
Not a good job.
Rick,
Agreed.
sub pigs, you gave up on it. It would have gotten a 2, but you got a 1 because you gave up on it. I wish you
I
just.
can't believe his sub pigs joke got the same amount of points as my Candia's crush joke.
And Rick, if you would have said sub pigs 316, you would have gotten 4 points.
That's actually pretty funny. Sub Bigs 316.
Finally, a t-shirt idea.
My favorite Bible quote.
For God so loved me and talked dirty to me. I don't know.
That's enough.
Candy Crush. God's gonna Candy Crush us. That's a good joke, but I gave it a 2.
I'd say it's an
For
okay
what
joke.
reason?
Okay joke. I gave it a 2.
It's really good, but I gotta give it nothing.
I'll say okay joke. Give it a 1.
I'm saying it was a good
Let's
joke.
negotiate.
No, I'll give it a 2 because reciting it back didn't make me laugh.
Maybe
It's always a good sign of a good joke.
Maybe it's all about the way that you tell the joke, though.
Recitation.
Yeah, it's all in the.
And then 3 Hail Marys, 1 more cherry. That gets a 2.
What?
It didn't make me laugh when I just said that.
Because you told it wrong. All right. So here, maybe I can boost my points up because I got
another joke?
A joke from Nicole Ochoa, who was one of our recent guests.
Okay.
Because they accidentally wrote jokes about all of this episode too. She said that this guy has evolved from priest to Pope-emon.
Pokemon Go. Would go on with your bad self.
Pokemon Go 316.
Gotta bless them all.
All right. You do get an extra point for that. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that to the table.
What? He gets an extra point for someone else's joke that I punched up at the end with "Gotta bless them all." I'm the Amanda. Come back.
Say
to
it 3
us.
times, then she'll appear.
Amanda juice.
Amanda Juice. Could that be the episode title?
Amanda Juice.
Maybe, I don't know.
They should be disappointed how much she wasn't brought up. It's like, this is supposed to be all Amanda Juice.
All right.
Not made from concentrate. 100% pure Amanda
Freshly
juice.
squeezed Amanda Juice. All right. Well, closing round 1, we've got Carly with 8 points, Bob in the lead with 9 points, and Ricardo with 6 points.
Beautiful.
Oh, Ricardo's losing. Okay, well, I guess it's.
Are you happy now?
No.
Okay. Round 2. Sexsomnia, an embarrassing sleep disorder no one wants to talk about.
No, I thought it was the
Except
latest
for us.
new club. do Stefan. Do Stefan as Sexsomnia.
They've got everything. They've got I can't think of anything.
See, this was what Bill Hader would be without what's
Writers?
his face?
It's
John
that
Mulaney.
thing where a previous guest texts you a joke and you get an extra point for it. A married woman. That's sexsomnia. A married
I
woman
need to relabel that.
in her mid-20s often tears off her clothing and masturbates, but remembers nothing when her partner wakes her.
Dear Penthouse.
Dear Penthouse.
That'll come up again.
Dear Penthouse, my partner is a 20-something-year-old woman.
I've never done this before.
For a dozen years, a 31-year-old man masturbates while asleep, at times injuring his groin. Embarrassed due to his unconscious behavior, he avoids relationships for 8 years. These are all clinically documented cases of sleep sex or sexsomnia, a part of a family of sleep disorders called parasomnias that include sleepwalking, sleep talking, sleep eating, and sleep terrors. While it may seem as if people are acting out dreams, many parasomnias occur when the brain is not in a dream state, said Dr. Carlos Schenk, a professor and senior staff psychiatrist at the University of Minnesota. All right, what does a shank sound like?
Shank.
A shank.
Shank, shank.
Dr. Carlos Schenk.
Shank, shank.
A shank is how you refer to him.
Shank,
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 yeah.
shank. Shank, shank,
Your
shank.
Carlos.
Shank your Carlos.
All
Okay,
right.
Carlos, that'll give you a hint.
There you go. We don't know the ultimate cause, but there is a genetic component, he said. If you have at least one family relative with a parasomnia, you are more likely to develop one.
This is Dr. Hibbard.
Oh, is that what you meant when you said, what does a shank sound like? You meant like, what does this man's speaking voice sound
right.
like?
What's a
does
shank
the
sound
shank sing?
Wasn't clear. Hey, 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 hey.
like? Hey. There are medicines such as clonazepam, a drug used for epilepsy, restless leg syndrome, and panic disorder that can successfully control unwanted sexsomnia for many, but not all.
It's only if you don't want it.
Yeah. All right.
First.
Bob.
I'll go first. They say there's a genetic component, but I don't want to think of my family doing this.
Oh.
It's gross.
Yeah.
No, my stepmom, though.
Oh, Bob.
Now you got something.
Excuse me, sir, are you masturbating in public? Of course not. I'm clearly sleeping in public. I have no control over this. Leave me alone, lady.
Well, guys, apparently Rick has told me. I'm sorry, Rick.
Apparently, I told you that.
Well, apparently Rick has sexsomnia, so we should be kind of sensitive about this story. On an unrelated note, Rick, do you really need to take 6 naps a day?
They're power naps.
And why are you napping in the bathroom so much?
And into a sock.
That's his nap. That's his pajamas.
Napping into a sock. Okay, so it's Amanda Juice / napping into a sock.
Well, since we're talking about Rick,
Since we're on Rick.
an embarrassed man masturbating to the point of injury while asleep? You could be talking about Rick if you replace the word asleep with in a parking lot at a Planet Fitness during his lunch break.
How long is your lunch break?
That's when the women are at their fittest.
Oh, God, no.
What's crazy is when I masturbate in my sleep, I somehow end up more tired.
You know, scientists say it's genetic, and they discovered that people with sexsomnia are found to have the XXX chromosomes. XXX chromosomes.
Okay. All right.
Cute. That's cute. I remember reading about that woman's sleep study in the New England Journal of Penthouse.
Hear anything coming from that room? It's just me doing a little honk shoe, if you know what I mean. Sawing some logs, if you know what I mean. I'll be ejaculating into my bed sheets, if you know what I mean.
Triple Z's is more like
That's good.
Did a triple Z dream the other night. Oh, slept so good.
Z's.
So restful.
One man with sexsomnia overcomes his fear of relationships after meeting the woman of his dreams. Unfortunately, he keeps cheating on her with the no one of his nothing. Because it doesn't happen while you dream. It said in the article. It happens some other point in the sleep cycle.
That's very clever. I like
True indeed. Is that it for the jokes in this round?
you. God bless you. That's it for the jokes.
Jeremiah, what are the points?
Let's start with Rick. I'm sleeping in public.
Don't wake me up. Don't wake me up.
I'm almost there.
I'm almost awake.
That one's good.
Don't you hate it though when guys wake up before their alarm clock?
Wake up early?
Yeah.
Premature arousal?
Wake up?
Premature wake up.
I think the arousal's right on time.
Is that what that song "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go" is about?
That's
Yes.
exactly.
I'm about to go.
Somehow,
Wham.
somehow you masturbate in your sleep, but you wake up more tired. I think that's a good point. That's a good 2 points in my book. 2 points. Woo woo. And I really like the Hank shoe. I'm gonna be in the other room getting some Hank shoes.
Some honk shoe.
What did I?
Hank. You mean Shake Who?
Shake who?
The Doctor Who.
What does a shake who sound like?
Let me show you.
Sounds like this.
Well, first you start with the shampoo, and then you use conditioner.
The honk shoe, not the Hank shoes.
Sawing logs.
What was the other? Sawing
Ejaculating
logs.
into my bed sheet.
Yeah, ejaculating. I'm gonna draw a little.
Don't like those sounds.
Why are you
It
drawing the water lines?
Carly will tell you when you're older.
I'll tell you when you're sleeping.
When I'm sleeping?
Yeah.
So that's another condition that I have. When someone is asleep, I tend to masturbate.
What is that called?
We'll tell
it's
you
called
when
a
you're
crime.
Sleeping.
It's called sexsomnia.
Sexsomnia.
Why do I always wake up with this white stuff all over me?
You took it too far.
You don't remember, do you? Honk shoe. I love it. I'm going to give that a 3. Okay, Carly. 6 naps a day. That's a good one. I love it. You get 3 for that one. I'm going to give you a bonus point for the triple Z's.
I just thought of something. If you have this and you have sleep apnea, is that autoerotic asphyxiation?
That's funny.
Point.
Oh, wow.
All right, good job. Carly, the triple X chromosomes, that was okay. I'm going to give it a 2. And nuns, he met the love of his life and then cheated on the none of his nothing. That's a 3. That's a 3 right there. Bob, thinking of the family is gross, but my stepmom though, that's a 3. That's a 3. Rick, outside the Planet Fitness.
Am I at the Planet Fitness?
The planet. It's not always
Planets.
funny if it's true. That one gets a 2. And the New England Journal of Penthouse gets a 3.
He gave you 2 points because he wanted to make that joke.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Anybody that does a joke that I would have done but better gets a -1 point.
Negative.
Better?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
We're all going to get negative points.
Well, you guys, I had all 9 of these ideas for jokes. And okay, I need to figure out who to give the bonus best joke of the round to. Point 2. And I think it's going to have to be 6 naps a day.
Ooh.
All right. So that means for this round, Carly got 10 points.
Ooh.
For this round, Bob got 8 points. And for this round, Ricardo got 9 points, which means we have a grand total of
Going into round 3.
18 for Carly Kastner, 17 for Bob Timmons, and 15 for Ricardo Leon.
Ooh, for the first time in my life, I'm winning going into round 3. I don't think it's the first time, but I think it's exciting. Round 3.
Well, what a way to get into round 3.
Ugh, Rick, wake up. Put that away and wake up.
Oh, I'm masturbating?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, sorry. Was I masturbating? I
Again?
didn't realize I have sexsomnia.
Oh, and you were there? And you were there?
And then you weren't there after you saw?
But it was like a dream, so your head was like huge.
I'm reading. I forgot. A strange fungus could transform emerging cicadas into salt shakers of death, scientists say.
Ugh, this story is so fucking disgusting.
Yes,
Yeah.
disgusting.
And
Hot and disgusting.
sit tight, listeners. It's kind of a long one, but it is pretty interesting.
you could turn it down a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Hold tight, listeners. It's kind of a long one, but it'll stay interesting.
Try not to fall asleep.
or do.
It's so deep, put your ass to sleep.
This spring, billions of cicadas will emerge after more than a decade underground, ready to climb into the trees and make a ruckus as they sing to attract mates. But some of these insects won't succeed in their goal of procreating. Instead, they'll be controlled like zombies into spreading a strange fungus that hijacks cicadas' bodies and behavior. Periodical cicadas lay their eggs in tree branches. When those eggs hatch, the resulting baby cicadas drop to the ground and burrow into the soil until it's time for their nearly grown cicadas to emerge. You know, with me so far?
Yes.
But while underground, the insects could become exposed to spores of the fungus Massospora sacadina.
Massaspora, Sacadima.
I need a Massospora.
Mushroom.
Mushroom.
Mushroom. You like a mushroom
That's
on
a
your
spicy
pizza?
The spicy Massospora. A mass of fungal spores builds up in the abdomen of each infected cicada. Eventually, the back end of the cicada, including its genitals, falls off, and in its place, a white fungal plug is exposed.
Go slower.
A clump
They said.
a clump of spores that are erupting out of where the genitals and abdomen once were.
That's dirty.
Yeah. Now, despite having their genitals now replaced by a fungal plug, the infected cicadas still attempt to mate with gusto. The fungus manipulates their behavior, causing what is referred to as hypersexualization.
Now that's what I call hypersexualization.
Volume 3.
The infected males keep trying to mate with females, and they also change their behavior to attract fellow males. Healthy female cicadas will flick their wings to indicate that they're ready to mate. Both male and female cicadas infected with Massospora flick their wings to draw in amorous, soon-to-be infected males. Here's the kicker. Periodical cicadas have interlocking genitalia, so when they pull apart after mating, there's a cicada walking around with someone else's genitals stuck to them.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah, we're not so different after.
And now the cicada that's infected is busted open. Once the fungal plug is ripped apart, the infected and disemboweled cicada flies around, raining down fluffy brown spores, which researchers call the salt shakers of death. Those spores disperse by the flying salt shakers. They go in to infect the next generation of cicadas that will emerge more than a decade later and begin the cycle again.
Cicadas are weird.
It's the circle of gross.
All right, who's starting us off?
I think it's me.
Yeah, right.
This sounds like the exact same procedure that they did to Michael Jackson.
Oh,
It's that age-old trope. Boy meets girl, boy falls in love with girl, boy's genitals explodes to expose a disgusting white fungus. Don't you just love a good meat gross?
Gross.
they call them salt shakers of death, but with all that fucking going on, I think they should be pepper grinders.
Ooh.
That's how they met. That's how they met on Pepper Grinder.
Pepper grinder.
Well, I told her I was going to break her off a piece, and if you take a look at my dismembered penis dangling between her legs, I clearly delivered.
I don't get all the hullabaloo. All my mates' genitals explode when I make love with them.
All of your mates?
Yeah.
How many, Carly?
All of them.
All of my deceased mates. The fungus causes hypersexualization. Well, I guess we found out the reason why I want to fuck cicadas.
Can't resist that wing flap.
Yeah. Make it go flat.
Okay, so I'm an E&M looking for a polycule to have such wild sex that our genitals break off and our stomachs burst open with mind-controlling fungi. And if you don't know how to treat a lady right, swipe left.
And no kids.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to think of like that last line that's like, you know, if you're vaccinated. swipe left or something. You know what I mean?
Well, no
Oh,
kids
that
because
would
they
be
don't
good.
procreate. So.
Yeah, but if they were vaccinated, they wouldn't get infected.
Ooh, good point.
Good tips.
Ooh,
Yeah, you're that
tips
cicadas?
broken off into your body.
Good fungal tips.
Hate to lose a good tip.
Mushroom tips.
In the creepy crawly system, sexual-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In the underground world of Cicadoa, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Insect Unit. These are their stories. Cicada da 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 da.
Cicada.
Cicada da da da. Wah, wah, wah. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Underground.
Very
Gross, gross,
good.
gross, gross, gross.
And I was here too. With all the noise, sex, and fungal infections, these bugs have once again been named top frat in the nation. Congrats, Omega Cicada.
That's good.
Omega Psi Al Qaeda. Was it Al Qaeda or just Qaeda?
Bin Laden.
That's a different joke, different story.
Congratulations, Osama bin Laden.
I'm Sal Qaeda.
All right. What do we got here?
No, who is our winner, Jeremiah Martinez?
I don't know. Let's start with who am I going to start with? Bob. Okay. The pepper grinder of death.
Desire.
I like that.
Desire.
Pepper grinder of desire. Yeah. What? Did I have it wrong?
Yeah,
Pepper
you don't-
grinder of desire.
Which is a very different. What's the joke, Jeremy?
I don't know.
They should have been called pepper grinders instead of salt shakers because they're fucking.
Okay.
Did I
Plus
do it?
3.
How do you get a 3 for that? You didn't even remember your joke.
Because I like changing salt shakers to pepper grinder.
All right.
Amanda.
Fair enough.
It's very fair enough.
Very fair. enough.
Very fair enough. Okay. Your second joke, I wrote cicadas. Why?
Because his joke. This was his joke. Cicadas nuts.
Cicadas nuts.
Rick is walking off like he got off the bench and hit a home run.
Yeah, he dropped his mic on the floor.
Cicadas nuts.
Hypersexualization. I guess that's why I.
Want to fuck cicadas.
Okay, yeah, that's.
But you put cicadas down to remind yourself.
He always puts down what person wants to fuck in the joke.
Yeah, the object of the fucking is what I write down. And then your
Wait. That got a 2?
Yeah.
You didn't. I'm hung up on this, like that my Candiest Crush 416 got a 1 point.
That was 3 episodes ago.
Listen, this
I
is
just
what I'll say.
stuck on this.
That absolutely deserved 1 point. And I'll take 1 point for that previous joke.
No,
Okay,
give him
well,
a
it's
2.
already written, so
So it
So
shall
it is
be.
Omega.
shall be.
Here's the catch. Omega Cicada would have been a 3 plus 1 for the best joke of the round, but I'm gonna give it a 3 in total,
Well, what's your reasoning?
just to not have to scratch out the 2 for your last joke and change it to a 1. Okay, Carly, your meat gross.
What about it?
That was
I can't help it.
Your meat gross? Fix it.
They have procedures now.
your gross meat, Carly, with those beetle wings flapping around. That's a 2. You always make your male's genitals explode.
That's why my meat gross.
And their meat is not in such great shape either, so.
It's like an old grill. You don't want to clean it because the more you keep, the dirtier it gets, the more flavor you get.
Vaginas are self-cleaning.
I got a well-seasoned undercarriage there. So.
That's so gross.
Oh, that's so gross. But it's a 1, Carly. I'm so
you.
sorry.
I can't stand this.
And Law and Order, I love it. I gave that a 3.
All right.
Because you got to go do.
I got to sing along.
So any joke that Jeremy has a part in.
Yeah.
What about this? My mate's genitals explode. Wah, wah, wah.
It's a nice little blues song.
My genitals
Do it in your
explode.
Shank voice.
That was my voice.
How'd you get so many mates?
Okay, so you close the round with a 6. I was going to say with that Law and Order song, I should have given you the Carly Kastner treatment, and I should have started singing along while you're doing your joke.
I would have loved the harmonies.
I knew it. If he's judging, he's going to want to get revenge.
That's right.
He's not trying to judge jokes. He's trying to get revenge.
That's how I kind of feel.
Even the score here.
That's why I miss Amanda. She's so humble.
Not
She
a
doesn't
petty
hold
dweeb.
grudges.
All right. Well, I've done Carly. I've done Bob. Who haven't I done yet?
Me.
Okay, Rick. Your Michael Jackson joke.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Wait. There's 4 of us in the room, and you said, I've done Carly, I've done Bob. Who haven't I done yet?
I'm sick of these nuts.
It's really hard to remember the third.
He's doing his best Shank impression.
Yeah.
Who haven't I done yet?
Who haven't I done yet? Who still has the genitals intact?
No one in this room.
All right, your Michael Jackson. What? I don't get it. It's like,
I don't get it. It was a bad
is
joke.
Vertigo?
A 2.
Is that what this is? He turning white?
That's the only thing that you think is different about Michael Jackson?
Oh, he has no genitals? What was the point of your joke?
He thinks that Michael Jackson's a zombie cicada.
So Michael Jackson died in 2009, so he'll be underground for 10 years and he'll emerge.
You know
as a
that.
new-
You know that he doesn't know
It's
Rick.
a bad joke. Give it a 1.
when he says to you, like, "Oh, you don't know what it means.
Give
You
it
don't
a-
know what I'm getting at. Okay."
Sometimes I don't know.
Do you know this time?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Michael Jackson.
He doesn't. It's a bad
0.
joke. And if
Just
you
like
give
get
it
surgery
a 2,
joke
I
or
will
whatever.
cry.
0.
Ooh,
Give it a
0.
2.
that's hard.
0.
It's led to good debate.
I'm going to give it a 0.5.
Here's my joke. Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one. Plus 0.5 for
See,
Bob.
he gets it.
It's not the same level.
Okay. I'm
I
not
agree
giving
with
you a
that.
0. I'm not giving you a 0 because you actually did have a joke. So that would be a 0. So you got a 0.5 for that. Break her off a piece. That's a +3 right there. You can break me off a piece of that joke.
That was good.
That was good. And then your E&M Polycute. Is that what it is? Polycute ad?
Cool.
Polycule. I crossed that L for some reason. No kids. That was Bob's punch up. So I'm gonna have to give that a +2. But you get a +1 for Cicada D's nuts. Cicada D's nuts.
nuts.
Cicada nuts. And then the best joke of the round goes to Carly Kastner with the Law and Order song.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yabba dee.
Yabba dee.
Yabba dee yabba die.
Yabba dee. Yabba da.
That was blue. I went dee ba da da.
Okay, so that means Carly has a +7 for the whole round. Robert has a 8.5. And Rick has a 6.5, which means
Ugh, if Robert beats me by 0.5 points, I'm going to dismember somebody's genitals. or
Somebody's?
cicada someone.
Well, you
if
can just say
will.
dismember them. Then you
Oh,
won't have
right,
the member.
right.
Put me down for a 0.5 on that.
You don't have to be secret. I remember the points.
so that means in third place, Ricardo Leone. In second place,
With how many points?
with 21.5 points. In second place, Carly Kastner with 25 points.
And in first place,
Bob Timmons with 25.5 points.
This is some fucking bullshit. Some fucking bullshit.
Some fucking bullshit.
You literally gave him 0.5 points for saying the name Jermaine Jackson.
Oh, that's so good, Carly. You just tied him for the
Woo,
win.
baby! Janet Jackson.
Who
Who
are
are
the
the other?
lead. What the fuck is happening?
Tito.
Tito
Oh,
Jackson.
Andrew.
With Andrew Jackson.
Oh, yeah, he's the
You're
president.
disqualified.
All right.
The Jackson 17.
No, Bob can win. Bob wins again. Stupid Bob.
Can and will and have. I have win today.
Have win today.
Thank you. Congratulations, Bob Timmons.
That was a beat gross. Because you beat me and it was
I
gross.
beat the gross.
You just got beat gross.
Beat the gross off you motherfuckers.
Hey, can I say this? Because I never get to say it.
No.
Hey, before we get to plugs and such, Jeremy, do you have any burning questions?
Honk shoe. I love it.
I'm glad I saved that Jeremy's questions graphic because then I can.
I sure do. Okay, let's go to the sexsomnia story. Now, Carly,
4 times a day.
4 times. Your husband sleepwalks.
Yeah, he has a couple of sleep disorders. So he sleep talks, he sleepwalks, and he has night terrors.
Oh, he doesn't have this one, the fun one.
No, I don't think so. At least if he has it, I've slept through it.
Well, he has night terrors while he's doing that.
Yeah.
He has the sleep disorders though. So I guess if we had kids, it could be passed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The people screaming in the middle of the night.
just my entire house is just screaming and masturbating. But no, he doesn't have sexsomnia, but he eats in his sleep, he talks in his sleep, he walks around, he does all sorts of stuff.
What's he eat?
Whatever he can get his hands on.
Socks.
Like food though?
Candies, yeah. So
He never eat socks or anything?
he doesn't do it as much anymore because he's no longer on it. There was a medication he had been taking for sleep that was honestly making it worse. So he got off of that medication. He still does it occasionally, not as frequently. But when we first started dating, he didn't tell me he had sleep disorders. So I thought he was awake. And in the middle of the night, the very first time he did it, he woke up. It was maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning. He went to the kitchen. This was his apartment, so it was small. I could hear everything. All the lights on. Makes himself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with the most peanut butter a person. And like peanut butter is
Kind of thing you want in the middle of the night.
It's not an easy thing to eat peanut butter. Like it takes a lot of chewing. He makes 2 of these baskets and he brings them back into bed and he's just sitting there eating. And I'm like, it's 3 in the morning. What the fuck is going on? And I literally was like, are you hungry? Like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm just eating my sandwich. Like, he's like barely functioning. And I realized like, oh my God, he is sleep eating. So in the morning when he wakes up, I was like, do you remember making those sandwiches?
You slept in the same bed with this man before you were married?
Oh, no. I mean, this was...
What does it say in
no.
Candy Crush 416?
Yeah. Anyway, he did not remember making the sandwiches. And he's eaten cheese. It's never healthy. It's never like he goes and eats a head of broccoli.
Makes himself a smoothie.
A salad, It's always like Cheez-Its or chips or candy or
That
something.
would be very uncomfortable to just wake up and the roof of your mouth is just covered in peanut butter.
Oh, yeah. So when he woke up, there's no way he ate it cleanly. He's got to have peanut butter on his lips and
I
knife
didn't
on the walls.
investigate. But
Is it peanut butter and jelly or just peanut butter?
I think it was just peanut butter. Yeah. So very recently, like a couple weeks ago, he sleptwalked in the middle of the night. He gets up, he turns all the lights on, and he's opening all the rooms in the house. And we keep our doors shut because our dogs have a tendency to lock themselves in the room. So everything's open, and it wakes me. I'm a light sleeper, and at first I thought
sounds like chaos.
I thought, oh my
doors
God,
being open,
it's
dogs
so frustrating.
being crazy.
And I'm like,
all night
Robert,
of
what's
night.
happening? And he goes, I'm looking through a trash can. Trash can? Like, I said, are you going to throw up? And he's like, I just need a trash can. And he goes in the guest room and he shuts the door behind him. And I was like, the fuck is he doing in there? And I walk in the guest room and he's standing in there. He's just standing in there.
Peanut butter everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's
crime
like,
scene.
I need a trash can. And I said, there's no trash can in this room. And I sheepdogged him back into bed. But yeah, it's crazy. Like some of the stuff that he does when he's sleeping.
So that's kind of... Go ahead.
Sister, one time I woke up and I was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. And I started to go walk down the hallway and my sister got in there first. And I was like, okay, I'll wait.
On her.
And no,
Oh no, you didn't pee-pee on her? Your sister?
definitely did not pee on my sister.
It sounded like you were
Carly!
gonna pee on your sister.
Right. I don't know where this is coming from or
It's
why.
just the way you were telling the story made
Hey,
it seem like
say
you
no
were gonna-
more. I know exactly what's going on here.
Actually, you tell the story.
Well, it sounds like you
no,
pee-peed on your
no.
sister.
Not pee on my sister. So
Put that on the record.
My brother...
I pee-peed on
she was in there a long time. And I was waiting because I had to go to the bathroom. And then at some point, she comes out and no flush or anything. And I'm like, that's weird.
No flush?
And I'm like, why does it smell in here? And I don't see there's nothing in the toilet. And I look in the trash can. She had peed and pooped into the trash can
Oh.
because she was like asleep or whatever.
Or whatever.
And then I threw it out. And I thought I was such a good brother because I was like, okay, I should just take care of this. And just
Aw.
tossed it out in the backyard.
In the backyard.
And then, of course, I woke my sister up and said, see, I'm such a good
I
brother.
probably flushed it down the toilet,
And
right?
I woke up and said, look, you took a dump in the backyard last
No,
night.
is that more normal?
Yeah.
Everybody's out there playing and steps in a big old turd.
You're like,
That's probably not what happened. I probably dumped it in the toilet now that I think about it.
Yeah, that would have been smarter and more normal.
That's how I like to do things.
Yeah.
Smarter and more normal.
you have any sleepwalking stories, Robert?
No sleepwalking stories, but I do remember one time. I don't know if it was like acid reflux or something, but I was woken up by something with like my breath, like, and I was like, and I was having trouble taking in breath, and I was making this loud, horrifying sound, and my ex was in the bed, and she woke up, she was like, what's going on? And I tried to like calm her. It's like, it's fine. But it's like pitch black, and so she just hears this voice like, stop it.
Oh my God.
Go back to bed.
Definitely not about to be on my sister. Don't worry about me.
And then what happened?
I died.
And now you're a fungus zombie cicada.
I will sometimes it's like a dream, but it's more like a very clear picture or like a warning almost. It feels like that the door is being opened and I will just wake up and run to the front door.
Don't pee on me.
But it's kind of like, it's nice because it to have this natural reaction to go like confront what it is and not be like, no. It's never been
My mom tells the story when my brother was little, maybe like 3 years old. But yeah, he sleptwalked one night, and when she woke up, he was on my parents' bed about to pee on them. I don't know. She's like, got him like to the toilet.
cackling maniacally.
Maniacally, like while filming it. And he's like,
Crumb.
where did that camera come from?
Mine was
You're
fun.
3 and it's 1983. The future.
So your brother's a
Piss
time-traveling
better.
creep. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thank you. We did it. We did it, guys.
Did it. Congratulations, everybody. All right, curtain call. I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Leone.
Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Links in the episode description. Old episodes, funny. Bye. I'm Bob Timmons.
What a
I'm
long
Carly
name.
Kastner. And wait, this is curtain call, so you got to point to the orchestra.
Yeah, for the orchestra. Point to the tech. Point to the stage manager.
Tech.
This has been another episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes.
Jokes! Wait, what did
You
we change
listener,
it? One,
you.
two, joke explosion?
Maximum threes?
Maximum 3. 3!